All right, Bim Bim, just stay here. Just don't move.
Aww.
Just stay there. What the hell?
Ugh, don't you guys hate it when you're trying to exploit the cuteness of your loved ones for more internet views, but they don't want to cooperate? Ugh, I hate that. Anyway, totally unrelated to what I just said, today we're going to be talking about the Ace family.
You're not going to the Ace Family basketball charity event? It's your event. You have to go.
Before we get to them, though, I want to talk a little bit more generally about something I've noticed for a long time that I think has gotten more prevalent with YouTubers. There's always been this kind of interesting phenomenon with artists where they're able to build a career out of a sense of relatability. They have something that people connect with. But what happens is so many people connect with the art that they made that they start becoming really successful. They start becoming really popular and rich. And over time, they make more and more money. They start changing slowly until they get so far removed from where they started that they no longer have the qualities that people gravitated towards in the first place. In comedy, I think of someone like Jerry Seinfeld, who for a long time was sort of like the voice of the average person. He would take very mundane things that everybody experienced, everybody could relate to, and make jokes about them.
You know what else is funny about socks? They always give you that little, when you buy them, that little plastic hanger on the top. I love that. They always give that to you like you've got some use for it.
But then like 20 years passes and he becomes the richest comedian in the world and now can't possibly connect to the people who made him famous in the first place. You know, he probably only flies first class now. I'm sure he has assistants to handle certain mundane tasks, the kind of things that he would maybe write jokes about in the past. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve his success. I think he absolutely does. I'm just saying from like an artistic standpoint, how could you continue to make observations and write jokes about things that everybody experiences if you no longer have to experience those things yourself? I would say Kanye West is probably another good example of this. You know, he used to make really good music that everybody gravitated towards, and now he's so whatever, he's not even a person anymore. That's what like astronomical success can do to people. It can completely change them. Anyway, relating this back to YouTube, I think this is something that's happening a lot now, especially with vloggers, because for a lot of them, the content they make is them, right? So as they change, so does their content. Now, for me, the biggest example of this is the Ace family. They didn't really get on my radar until like a couple months ago when I saw this video on trending. You won't believe what's happening with the new Ace family house. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll sum it up real quick. The Ace family is a family vlogging channel. There's Austin, Catherine, their two kids, Elle and Alea, I think is her name. And for the past like year or so, a lot of their videos have been about the saga of them building their new house. Their new 11 bedroom, 11 bathroom house. But what bothers me with them is watching some of their videos about their house is how many things they complain about, how many problems that they project onto the world that people would kill to have.
Catherine and I are in discussion of we want to move in any day now, or do we want to wait until the landscape is complete? So it's either we move in within the next few days with the landscape not being done, or we wait until everything is complete.
Wait, that's it?
So like the landscaping is like a big part of the house, and it's what makes the house look complete. So
like, look at their house. Look how disgusting that house is. Would you want to live there? No, especially not if there's no grass outside yet for a temporary amount of time.
it's just like a big disappointment right now.
Guys, this goes on for like 4 minutes. I'm not exaggerating.
We don't know how long it's going to take.
I thought their house fucking burned down or something. Like, you look at the thumbnail and you think, wow, something bad happened. No, it's just like the trees aren't in yet.
Do we do it? We just...
Yeah, I don't mind about the landscaping.
It's not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal. We're making a big deal out of it, but I don't mind.
There's just so many factors into this, and like we're still in the other place, so in the other house, which we don't want to be in there anymore.
And it's also frustrating for us.
Okay, so maybe that's why they're frustrated. Because maybe the house they live in now kind of sucks. Maybe they live in like a dinky little place that's too small for them. So let's see where they live now. Oh, they already live in a mansion. They just want to move into a bigger one. So here's an older video with a hilariously similar title, same kind of thing. We can't believe this happened to our new house. So again, you're thinking like, man, I'm about to feel bad for these guys. I bet something really horrible happened to their new house. Let's see what it was.
So Catherine and I are a little upset right now.
So the floor was already supposed to be done by now. In order to put the wood, you have to put the tile, and the workers put the wrong tile, so they had to take it off. and now it looks like this.
Oh, that's so, feel so bad.
So obviously this is delaying things again.
Wait, so you're telling me that the house they're building that's the size of a mall, there's minor construction setbacks here and there? Oh man, it's almost like that's how all construction works. That shit just always goes wrong. Now, I totally understand why this would be frustrating for them, but the way they do it almost comes off as manipulative. When you have this very minor thing that comes up and you make a huge deal out of it, you title the video that to get people to click on the video. So in that way, you actually profited off this situation because you got a video out of it. And before you broke the bad news that people came here to see, you did this.
We're getting ready to head over to the new house. We just received some news. So I guess we'll see y'all when we get there. Ace Family, we're curious to know who wears Ace Family merch while watching the Ace Family. If you wear an Ace Family shirt or whatever it is while you're watching us, all you gotta do is tag us and we'll give you a shout out. And if you don't have any Ace Family merch, all you gotta do is go to shopacefamily.com. Link is always in the description. All right, Ace Family, so Kath and I are a little upset.
That's all I gotta do to buy your shirt is go to your website and pay for it and then I'll have one? I don't know, man. It just seems kind of manipulative to say, hey, I got some bad news. I'm gonna go tell you, and on the way there, I'm gonna plug our merch. And now I'm gonna say something that makes you feel bad for me. Gosh, if only there was a way to support us financially. Maybe something I just kind of mentioned a few seconds ago.
Link is always in the description.
So now we're about 5 minutes into the video where they've already subtly plugged their merch and then immediately given us incentive to buy their merch to financially support them during this trying time. So then what do? They drive back to their smaller mansion and show off the new car they just bought. And this is something they do a lot now. They go back and forth between flexing and showing off their insane amount of wealth to complaining about something that really they have no reason to publicly complain about. Here's another example of that from their most recent video, where they're finally, I guess, fully moved into their new house after months of having to live in this dump. So they start this video by showing off their big, beautiful gym with a big, beautiful view. But wait, they haven't complained about anything yet. Just give it a minute, they will.
It's so nice to be able to go from the fitness gym to our master bedroom instead of having to go all the way downstairs.
Guys, can you imagine how difficult that must have been for them? Thank God they made it out of that hellhole.
From the fitness gym to our master bedroom, so it's easy access. We don't have to go all the way downstairs and back upstairs.
And I think that's something we all can relate to, right? When you're fully functioning home gym, your fitness center that's inside your home that you have a dedicated room for is all the way downstairs, but your room is upstairs, so you gotta walk. Like, these aren't problems that real people have.
I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that.
And for me, I think it's just how they so casually complain about these things without realizing, without thinking like, oh, this kind of makes us sound unlikable. They've gone from maybe being this like relatable family who does relatable family things to being this spectacle. That's kind of what it is now. That's why I'm curious watching these videos. It's like, look at this fucking house. It's beautiful. It's huge.
She loves her new house.
You might be thinking, I'm sure I'll get comments about this like, oh, you're just jealous. Yeah, of course I'm fucking jealous. Look at this shit. Later in the video, here's another example of like a brag and a complaint rolled into one.
Hold my breath the whole time underwater, all the way across the pool.
Oh!
It's a lot harder than it looks, Ace Family.
It is super hard.
This pool is extremely long here. Look how long this pool is.
Guys, do you have any idea how hard it was to do what I just did? I had to swim so far because the pool's so big. But just like every other extraordinarily wealthy person on the internet, they always try to make it seem like, no, we're humble. We're just like you. We're normal people too. Like when they're showing off their closet.
And you guys know we have a lot of stuff just in general. He has so many shoes. I have a lot of clothes. Well, I don't have that much clothes, but I just feel like this might not be enough space for Austin's shoes because he has so many and they're so big.
Ace Family. I only have like 3 pairs of shoes. Catherine, she over-exaggerating stuff, you know.
Guys, no. She's lying. I just have like a couple pairs of shoes, okay? Don't watch any of our other videos where I've recorded footage of how many shoes I have and it's very obvious that I have a shit ton of shoes. Don't worry about that. And it's like, dude, If you like shoes and you have a lot of shoes, that's fine. You're rich. If you want to spend money on shoes, you can do that. But don't also stand there and be like, guys, I'm not materialistic. I don't have a lot of shoes. I just wear Gucci all the time and I have a lot of shoes. And I think that's the thing that rubs me the wrong way with this family and why a lot of other people don't like this family. It's because of how fake they are. Like, they try to act like they're these perfect people, this perfect family, when at this point they're pretty notoriously shady. And then of course they also try to act like, oh, we're just regular people. We have regular problems just like everybody else. And then they explain what their problems are and you're like, wait, what?
I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that.
That's why you're so upset? That's what you're using as clickbait for this video? Really? You know when you lose your wallet? Well, imagine how hard that must be for us, because our house is so big, right? I gotta check like 20 rooms sometimes if I lost my wallet, which should be easy to find because it's so big and fat and filled with money. You think other people are gonna relate to this? You think people are gonna watch this and feel bad for you? Clearly they don't, because they think so little of their fans. Because there was another video where they were trying to justify the things they were complaining about and why they were complaining about them, but they only made them worse because Austin said this.
At the same time too, nobody realizes how hard it is to actually build your own home.
Yeah.
And like what goes into it.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I understand that you all are so broke and so stupid that you could never build your own house like we are.
Nobody ever builds your own house.
Literally, only we know what it's like to build your own house. No one else could know that, and certainly not you guys.
It's real life shit.
Do you really think that no one else has ever built their own home before? What's wrong with you? As shitty as it is though, like, their fans are so young that this manipulation totally works. You scroll through the comments and they're all like, oh wow, you guys have been through everything. I can't believe how strong you are for putting up with all this shit, and it's so well earned. And like, he mentions in another video how the older daughter has seen it all. She's been through everything.
Elle's been through it all with us.
What, you moved from one mansion to another mansion to a third mansion? Is that the adversity that you're experiencing? Is that what you're describing as like, oh man, we've been through it all? Or by been through everything, are you talking about the backlash you've received that was all well-deserved because you guys have done shitty things? Like when you did that charity event and lied about how much money you were gonna give away? Like when you filmed Catherine's kid sister buying a dildo lollipop that you encouraged her to buy because you thought it would be funny? Or when you did that other charity event that wasn't actually a charity event because your friend won all the money? I feel like YouTubers do that shit all the time, where they mess up, they get backlash for messing up, and then they try to use the backlash they're getting to garner sympathy. Like, oh, everyone's mad at us. Woe is me. It's like, no, it's your fault. But hey, at least these guys are careful about who they collaborate with, right? I mean, they're always making videos with Jake Paul and serial abuser Chris Brown. That definitely helps gain some respect. I don't know. It's just like, I watch their videos because they're always #2 on trending. Like, they're just shoved down your throats if you go on YouTube. And I don't see anything relatable about these people. I don't see anything human about them. Like, I'm not so sure they've ever even watched a YouTube video, because Austin doesn't even seem to know where the subscribe button is.
If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family.
What is he pointing to? When has the subscribe button ever been above the video? Like, it's weird too, because there's something almost paradoxical about this type of content. There's a lot of people on YouTube who do this, where it's like someone gets really rich from making content, and so now their content is basically just about how rich they are. But like, how did they get rich in the first place? Because you can't not be rich and get rich from making videos about how rich you are if you're not rich, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how Rice Gum blew up the way he did, but I feel like at a certain point, most of his videos are kind of just centered around how wealthy he is, you know, all the things he can buy from the money he's made from making videos. But like, is that your videos now? It's just how you're making money from videos? But you know what? I think the fact that this seems to happen so easily makes it only that much more impressive when YouTubers avoid doing this. I think the perfect example of someone who hasn't changed with their wealth is Jenna Marbles. Like, she has been on YouTube forever. She's obviously made a lot of money from YouTube. You can see it. She has a big, beautiful house that she bought, and that's the kind of thing that could drastically change her content. Maybe now it's just like flexing her wealth and showing off all the things she can buy, but that's not at all what's happened. She hasn't changed her content at at all. Like, look at her videos. They're so weird and funny and original. Like, her big, beautiful house is just the background of her videos. It's not the subject of her videos. But unfortunately, it's rare. You know, for every Jenna Marbles, there's 3 Rice Gums, 4 Ace families, and not even all of them are bad people. It's just like an unfortunate byproduct of getting really successful, as you completely change as a person sometimes. You know what though? Fuck all this. I'm tired of complaining. Cause yeah, the Ace family may have a nice $10 million, Jesus Christ, $10 million house, but whatever. I don't care about that, cause you know who else has a nice place? Me. This is a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's time I show it off with a house tour.
So this is a toilet.
Take that, Ace family. One thing I think that's kind of funny about the Ace family is in their pursuit of flexing, because of their insistence on showing off the outside of their house, they've doxed themselves 3 different times. Like, just don't film in front of your house. And then people won't know what your house looks like, but they can't, because it's more important that people see how big their house is than that they have privacy. Anyway, what I'm saying is they may not care about privacy, but today's sponsor does.
Hi, I got a haircut. Most people care about privacy, I'm sure you do, right? If it wasn't for privacy, I could see your bare butt right now. But I can't because pants. What if I told you that every time you go on the internet, your data is at risk of being sniffed out by ad companies, your service provider, even hackers? You'd probably be like, no shit, Drew, that's how the internet works. Well, it doesn't have to be. Not if you're using a virtual private network. What I'm saying is VPNs are like pants for the internet. I know it's kind of a stretch, but I had to make sure you guys were listening. VPNs mask your IP address so even the websites you visit won't be able to identify you, and it prevents others from collecting your information over a public Wi-Fi, like if you're at an airport or a coffee shop. And if you're in the market for a VPN, ExpressVPN is the way to go. They've got servers in 94 countries, they've got the fastest connection speeds, they've got 24/7 customer support, they've got apps for every device, even your router. But maybe you're the type of person who doesn't care about your data. Maybe you like to post drone footage of the front of your house on the internet. Well, you might still like this. With ExpressVPN, you can unblock content that's not available in your region. So like a couple months ago when I was trying to watch Batman on Netflix, but it wasn't available in America, I just clicked a couple buttons, told them I was in France, and they actually believed me. Bonjour. ExpressVPN is less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Drew. Bonjour.
Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, ExpressVPN, for sponsoring. Remember to click the link in the description if you're interested in signing up. And I hope you got a good look at this place, because I am not going to be back here until October 14th. I'm going to be gone for 2 months. Holy shit. The tour is finally starting. We've been planning this shit since literally January was when we started writing the show, and now it's almost September. I'm just excited to do it. I'm just excited to start. You know, it's been such a long process. But Monday, I leave for Chicago. We start rehearsing. And then September 5th is the first show. And it's like 6 straight weeks. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to everybody who's already bought tickets. We can't wait to see you and meet some of you guys on the road. And I just can't wait to live in a bus for 6 weeks. Yeah, you thought the Ace family house was nice. Wait till you see our bus. Also, I hope you guys like Danny and Curtis, because I'm pretty sure the next few videos are going to heavily feature them. Because I'm not going to have a lot of time to myself until October 13th. So get ready for some collabs. Well, it looks like the only thing left to do now is pack my bags and say goodbye to all my friends. Bye camera, bye microphone, bye computer, bye lamp, bye poster, bye hey guy sign, bye YouTube plaque, bye albums, bye scary monster who's standing just outside of frame.